Growing up, me and my sisters had always been told how beautiful we were, and everyone always gave us compliments about our looks. And I think I placed a huge amount of value in that. And so when I was 14, one of my friends commented how I was fat. I kind of brushed it off and didn't really realize the impact that it had on me. But over the next few weeks, I began looking in the mirror, and I no longer saw myself as beautiful or how I'd always see myself, but I began seeing myself as ugly and fat, and I just began to hate myself, and I wanted to change that, and I wanted to change those feelings and disappointment. My mind spiraled down into a really dark place. Before I knew it, I ended up deep dark down into an eating disorder where I was completely trapped, where I couldn't eat anything. And it was like having a bully inside my head telling me that I couldn't eat, telling me that I couldn't drink anything. I ended up losing all my friends through it and completely isolating myself to the point where it was just me and this eating disorder. It impacted my parents in a huge way, with them just being so worried. And it was like, they said it was like watching their daughter die in front of them without being able to do anything. Fighting against anorexia was so hard that it would have just been easier to give up. I remember going home from the doctor and just screaming in my room and just crying in the corner of my room, and just even yelling out to God, asking him why he'd actually let that happen to me and why I had to go through this. And I remember it was probably the first time ever in my life I'd really encountered hope, and I felt God just say, you're going to get through this and you will be free again one day. And I saw just an image of me dancing one day free, and for me, I didn't know when it would be or how it would happen because it seemed impossible, but it gave me hope in my darkest moment. I went to a dance audition with my friend because I thought it was a good way to secretly exercise without anyone knowing. And I ended up auditioning and I ended up getting into a dance crew, and through that discovered my passion for dance. A few weeks later, on the day where I was meant to be hospitalised and put in hospital, we found out that our crew had been wildcarded through to nationals. And I remember going to the doctors that day, and she was filling out all the paperwork for me to go to hospital, and I just remember sitting there and being like, I have a choice. I have a choice whether I'm actually going to fight and actually take back my life and actually go down the path of freedom and go to nationals and dance and do something I enjoy, or whether I'm going to stay trapped here, not being able to eat, with a bully inside my head and ending up on a hospital bed. And that day I chose to fight. Through beginning to put on weight and actually beginning to eat again, God began to set me free little by little. It was a matter of months and months and months of declaring God's truth over my life before the lies actually began to shift. You need support, you need people speaking life over you, you need people fighting for you when you can't fight for yourself. And so I think having my family and having some key people around which would pray for me and which would speak truth and hope and destiny over me was a real key part in me becoming free.